welcome back to the Market Frontlines, broadcasting right here from Kedak in Toronto. I'm Lyndsay Malchuk. Now, when governments start talking about mineral security, when defense supply chain depends on rare earths, and when the West says it wants independence from China, the companies sitting on those deposits suddenly matter a lot. Our next guest, Tony Sage, is not new to Big Resource Story. Tony is the CEO of Critical Metals and is advancing the Tanbreez rare earth project in Greenland at a time when grade, jurisdiction, and timing could not be more critical. Tony, it's so great to just sit and chat with you here in PDAF. Looking great as always.
Thank you very much.
So tell me, first of all, we're going to just hit this right out of the gate right now. Trump has called Greenland just a big ice block. And, there's a lot of people that are like, well, is this going to go through? What's really happening? Your boots on the ground.
Yeah, look, it was a shock to me. I mean, 70% of the island, yes, is covered in ice, but there's so much of the Greenland that is not. Where our deposit is, there's already an existing gold mine. We're probably about 400 kilometres away from the nearest glacier. Yeah. It's a very temperate climate. I mean, it's colder in Toronto than it is in Greenland. It gets to about -5 in winter.
Okay, that's like way warmer than here.
Yeah, and about 15 degrees in summer. And in summer, you got 22 hours of sunlight, so you can do 3 shifts. The logistics in our part of the island is fantastic. The fjord opens up directly to the North Atlantic. 2 meters from the shoreline, it's 68 meters deep. So a Panamax ship can come in, turn around, take our ore and go straight out. So a lot of people don't realise, and when they think about Greenland, he will never be able to mine it there. It is one of the easiest logistical mines I've seen in my 40 years in business.
Man, that's good. It just sounds so much different than, what we always hear, especially in the media. We don't know anything there. All we hear is what Trump has said so far.
Yeah.
So why don't you give us, a little bit more information about your project over there as well?
Yeah, look, our project, it was founded in 1804. Won't go all the way back in the history, but it wasn't until 1959 they took interest in rare earths. And then in 2000, a guy called Greg Barnes took it over. And for 20 years, he's developed this property. We took over, 20 years, $50 million of his own money. I've never met anyone do that. And it was all private. So a lot of this information has never gone to the public until we came along in 2024. We've done our own drilling and the deposit is massive. It's 4.7 billion tonnes. So really, if you mined it to its mine capacity, you'd be mining for 1,500 years. So it's a massive deposit. The biggest advantage of our deposit, it's hard rock. And we can probably extract out of the rare earths 27% heavies. Yeah, we're in a very, very envious position.
Absolutely. And so what do you think, even given the market that we're in, what do you think your biggest challenge is right now?
Look, the challenge is more geopolitical. I mean, what's China going to do? They tried to buy this deposit in 23 off the previous owner, and it was blocked by, no one knows the whole story. But
one never knows.
Somebody. And that's why I was lucky enough to get it. But look, geopolitics is one. Someone finding a synthetic way of replicating these rare earths, which I think is going to be impossible.
Right.
Today's world, I mean, you've seen what's happened in Iran and what's happening there.
Yeah.
Every single one of those guided missiles, every single rocket must send out in space and needs these heavy rare earths, the terbiums, the hafniums, the niobiums, and the galliums. And those supplies are not going to come from any other existing Western supply. That's why Greenland's so important.
It's a very rich resource for sure. Tell us about the community there a little bit.
The community is fantastic. Greg's nurtured it over 20 years. So we've gone in there and introduced ourselves, and very, very good. They really want this mine to go ahead for jobs, obviously, and more importantly for GDP growth in the country. But look, the Greenland people themselves are fiercely independent. The party that just won power went on the platform of actually having an independence referendum from Denmark.
Stop.
So at some point they may do that, but right at the moment, they really do want to be independent. They do not want to be a part of the US. I think it would work out much better for the US and Greenland if they were independent and then they did a deal.
Fair enough.
There's a lot of strategic reasons why Greenland is very important to the United States.
So why is it then, how is it that the community is sort of navigating what Trump is trying to say about, buying it?
I think they're against that, obviously. No matter how much money's thrown at them, they are against that. But I think it's just the way that it was done abruptly.
Right.
There was no consultation with the Greenland people themselves. I think that's the reason for the anger. But the anger would dissipate. They will then have their referendum, and the last polls that were taken there before this happened was 80% wanted independence from Denmark. And then they can figure out their own future. They could lease spaces to the US. They could do whatever they want.
That's so great. Tell us a little bit more about your project. What's the latest news?
We've had some really good high-grade results come out, which surprised us. We didn't think that the grades would be that high, so that's good news. We're going to do another small drilling program to work out where we're going to put the initial pits for mining. We've got a pilot plant being built right now in Perth, Western Australia. Another good thing the previous owner did was take 9 tons of material from Greenland to Perth. So we're going to put them through the plant and then send that to our offtake partners, which is great news that we've sold 100% of our product 3 years before we've been able to export it.
Tony, this is all phenomenal news. What would be the next catalyst that you should be hitting or that you want to hit to bring this to the next level?
Yeah, getting that product through the pilot plant, sending it to our 4 partners, Romania, Saudi Arabia, Ucore, and Realloys, making sure that what we believe is accurate. Once that's done, we then cost it all up and finalize BFS later on this year. And once that's done, we can renegotiate with Exim Bank for the drawdown of the loan. And we want to really start construction by mid next year.
Right. Well, what a phenomenal conversation. Thank you so much. That's all the time we have, but I really would like to sit down and just actually educate our audience as well, more about your projects, more about Greenland, because I think that's so needed.
Fascinating country.
Absolutely. Thank you again.
No worries.
Again, that was Tony Sage, CEO of Critical Metals, trading on the NASDAQ under CRML and on the Frankfurt under 902. You can learn more at criticalmetalscorp.com. Now, critical minerals are no longer a niche conversation. They are a power conversation. The companies that win will be the ones that can execute when capital tightens and scrutiny intensifies. I'm Lyndsay Malchuk right here at PDAC in Toronto. This is the Market Frontlines. Stay tuned. There's more to come.